Hello, welcome back. So I'm Loralee Humpherys with Faces of Freedom, and this is another video in the series of toxic chemicals in your products that make you ill. So thanks again for joining me. I'm hoping that this series really is helping you in being able to make different and better choices for yourself to improve your health, which is what Faces of Freedom is all about, having a face free of detrimental health things, compromised health, living a lifestyle more healthy and where you can thrive. So thanks for joining me. All right, so in this video of this series, then I've got several things to go over again, as always. And again, I'm pulling from 2 or 3 different sources, so just bear with me as I move from one book to the next. So again, take out your notes and let's jump in. So happy to have you here. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we have several different things to go through today. The first one is another tongue twister. As a lot of these chemicals are. It has a couple of different names. And this chemical, with all of the chemicals, I will leave them down in the comments below the video so that you can see them and recognize them on labels, because sometimes, you can see them, trying to pronounce them doesn't really do justice to how they're spelled, because you have a visual of what to look for in the word. All right, so this one is bronopol, B-R-O-N-O-P-O-L. And its name is rather long, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I'll just put it down at the bottom of the video here. Okay, so what bronopol does, oh my goodness, this is just lovely. Like so many things, what it does in the body is that it breaks down into formaldehyde, another known carcinogen, very, very toxic to the body. And where you're going to find this is in both expensive and inexpensive lines of cosmetics, skincare, makeup. Not only the high-end expensive stuff, but also those that are labeled as natural. Just because a label has the word natural on it really does not mean anything, because all of these compounds can be found naturally in nature, and then they are messed with in the laboratory to come up with a toxic concoction. And then they put them into your creams and you slather them on your face, thinking that it's going to make you look beautiful, and over time it prematurely ages you and causes problems. All right, so bronopol is also found in many baby care products. Again, don't put carcinogenic products on your babies. You're doing a disservice to them when they're just starting out in their life. So, bronopol. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to run down a lot of lists of things today. I don't have a lot of information about about these. However, it will give you enough to know what you're looking at when you're seeing the labels. Okay. The next one, and this is a chemical typically found in detergents, and it's called dioxane. And it's either listed as 1-dioxane or 4-dioxane. And it's spelled D-I-O-X-A-N-E, dioxanes. Not good. So where you're going to find this chemical, it's a surfactant, meaning it helps suds or bubbly stuff in detergents. It's found in a wide range of personal care products, including shampoo, hair conditioners, cleansers, lotions, and creams, household soaps, and cleaners. Okay, so some of the other names that this chemical will go under is ethyloxylated alcohols. I'll spell that, it's kind of a tricky word. ethoxylated, a type of alcohol. You'll also see it listed as polysorbates and laureths, Laureths. So these are not good. Generally contaminated with high concentrations of highly volatile compounds that are absorbed through the skin and inhaled. And it has been found to cause cancer, among most other things that we are talking about here in this video series. Okay. You will find it in many laundry detergents. And it is a synthetic petrochemical, again made from crude oil. It's a known carcinogen. And it's a byproduct contaminant of manufacturing processes, and it does not have to be listed on labels. Therefore, you don't know what it is. You don't know that it's necessarily in there. Carcinogen, let's see, it's in other cleaning products, not just laundry detergents. And a lot of them are cheaply made, these detergents, cheaply made using ethoxylation, that word I mentioned before. And that is a shortcut industrial process which gives ethylene oxide, or that compound, ethylene oxide, is added to fatty acid alcohols to give them a detergent-like property. Okay, if you're looking for detergent properties, there are a lot of plant compounds that do the same and that are not going to cause cancer. Okay, so there's a lot, very high levels of the 1 and 4 dioxane in laundry detergents. About 2/3 of them have this toxical compound in them. 13 of them are in popular brands, one of which had excessively high levels of this toxin in it. It's very harmful to the body. The chemical 1,4 dioxane chemically binds easily to water and then remains there. It's not easily removed from water, even with filtration or purification processes. So even in city water supply systems, then this toxin is going to be there. It's considered a byproduct, and it's typically recognized as a contaminant. And again, it does not have to be on labels, and it is a known carcinogen. It's potentially toxic to your brain and nervous system. Let's not impair your brain functioning, therefore you cannot think and make decisions clearly. Causes issues with your kidneys, your liver, your respiratory system. It does not biodegrade. It's left within the environment and causes problems to the Earth's waterways, and therefore all of the critters and animals that live in the water. So let's stop polluting ourselves and our Earth. Okay, so that's dioxane. Bad, nasty thing. Okay. The next one on our list today is a compound called lanolin, which comes from sheep. So for those of you who are vegan out there, you don't want lanolin in any of your products. In and of itself, it's safe. However, when you start mixing it into a lab and messing with it, things change. So what happens with this is that it's very common in cosmetics, very, very common. It's a type of a lard or a fatty substance, which helps things bind. Cosmetic grade lanolin is contaminated with things that cause cancer again. Carcinogenic pesticides, which like DDT, which was banned since it was very commonly used in the 50s and 60s, and it was banned, and yet however many decades later, it's still very prevalent in the environment, and it causes so many problems. DDT is a pesticide that lanolin is found, or that is found within lanolin, as well as dieldrin, another pesticide. I'll spell it DIELDRIN, lindane, LINDANE, and other neurotoxin pesticides. So, when you consider how sheep are raised, what they are fed, and all of the pesticides, fertilizers, chemical garbage that go into their food, then these pesticides stay in the body of the sheep. They gravitate towards fatty tissue, which lanolin is. And then when that lanolin is used in cosmetics, then you get the residue of all those carcinogenic pesticides. Stay away from lanolin in your cosmetics, even if you're not vegan. Okay, another one that is very commonly found in makeup is silica. Now, this is a crystalline silica, and silica is a natural compound that's found in the earth. It's like with rocks and minerals. It is a mineral. However, this form of silica, this crystalline silica in makeup, is carcinogenic. Let's not have toxic makeup on your face. All right, silica, stay away from silica. And I know there are brands out there now that have more clean, non-toxic things, makeup, and even you still have to really look at the labels, because even things that say like mineral makeup or non-toxic, really still look at the ingredients, because if there's talc or silica in them, stay away, because those are carcinogenic things. I use a line of makeup that does not have silica in it. It's a beautiful mineral makeup without all the garbage, without all the carcinogenic stuff. So contact me and I am happy to share with you the makeup line I use, right? All right, let's go on to the next compound. Air fresheners. Now this is just a body of chemicals that it's very common in so very many different products, and it's one of the most polluting chemical in your home, in your car. A lot of like the plug-ins for, or the like the can't think, candles, things that you stick in you plug in your outlet to freshen the air. Those chemicals are highly dangerous and they don't work. Rather than doing something to actually disperse the scent in the air that you want to get rid of, what the chemicals in air fresheners will do is numb your nasal passages so you cannot smell them. It does nothing to get rid of the odors in your home and in the air. So let's find other alternatives than synthetic air fresheners. They coat your nasal passages with an oily film, hence you can't smell. Another thing that these air fresheners will do will release a nerve deadening agent, again, keeping you from being able to smell the odors in the air. The toxins within the air freshener that do this, that numb your sense of smell, is formaldehyde. Again, that keeps cropping up in so many different things. It's a known carcinogen. It's embalming fluid for the dead. Let's not put it in your body while you are still alive. Phenols. PHENOL. So this chemical, when it touches your skin, it's very irritating. It can cause your skin to swell, to burn, to peel, break out in hives, and at worst can cause coma or even death. So if you're doing that to your skin and then when you inhale it into your nasal passageways, still a type of skin tissue, which is also very delicate, then you're causing problems to your nasal passages and your ability to smell. So let's keep your ability to smell fresh and perky and healthy so that you can smell beautiful things like healthy foods and flowers rather than formaldehyde. Okay? All right. The next chemical on our little list today, kind of running through them, is ammonia. This is found in a lot of cleaning products, and it's very strong scent that you can easily identify it, and it's really not healthy for you. It is a highly volatile chemical. It damages the eyes, the respiratory tract, and your skin. It's found in all kinds of polishing agents for bathroom fixtures, sinks and jewelry, a glass cleaner, all kinds of household cleaners. Just because it evaporates and doesn't leave streaks, and therefore it's often put in window and glass cleaners. However, the ammonia is a powerful irritant, and you're going to smell it. It's going to affect you immediately. The people the most affected by ammonia are those with asthma and elderly women, people with lung issues and breathing problems. So if you already have that, then don't make it worse by using ammonia window cleaners in your house. It's almost always inhaled when you spray it in your house to clean your windows, and then you breathe that stuff in. Then you get very irritated in your nasal passages. Chronic exposure to it, especially like for housekeepers, house cleaners, then you can develop chronic bronchitis and asthma. So let's do something else. Ammonia also creates a poisonous gas if it's mixed with bleach. Bleach is a very toxic thing too, and yet that's found in so many things. So let me go over here. So bleach, this is our next compound on the list of lovelies. Bleach is very toxic, and again, it's in so many different house cleaning products. It's linked to the rising incidences of breast cancer in women, contributes to reproductive problems in men, learning and behavioral problems in children. So, you can find many, many different household cleaners. You even make your own that does not have bleach in it, and I encourage you to do so, because it doesn't do you any favors. It's very corrosive. Bleach irritates and burns the skin, the eyes, and the respiratory tract, your throat and lungs. It can cause pulmonary edema, or the swelling of your lung passageways, and even vomiting. You never, never, never want to mix bleach and ammonia because it can cause deadly fumes. Nasty stuff. There's so many other options out there that are not detrimental to your health. So I highly encourage you to look into them. And contact me for some of those options. I'm happy to give them to you. All right, so let's go down the list. So this next batch of things are just general categories of cleaners in your home. So dishwasher detergents, they're very highly concentrated with chlorine, which is something we mentioned quite a bit about in a couple of other videos in this series. Chlorine is the #1 cause of child poisonings in the home. They get under the sink, they get into the dishwasher detergent, they play around with it, gets on their skin, their fingers, they eat it. You know, first thing kids will do when they're trying something out is stick it in their mouth, and then you have a problem. So let's stay away from Chlorinated dishwasher detergents. You can make your own, or again, ask me for what I use that does not have such toxic things in it. Drain cleaners. So the things in drain cleaners, yes, we use them to open up the drain. It serves a purpose. However, the ingredients are so very harsh. Some of the ingredients in drain cleaners are lye, hydrochloric acid, which is very strong, or trichloroethane. So what lye does, L-Y-E, it's very caustic. It burns skin and eyes. It's very damaging to the skin and tissues. If it's ingested, it will damage your esophagus and your stomach. The hydrochloric acid in drain cleaners is, again, highly corrosive. It irritates your skin and your eyes. It damages the liver, the kidneys, your digestive tract. Again, you don't want this stuff in you. It's so bad for you. Trichloroethane. Let me spell that for you because this is kind of a big word. Trichloroethane. What that does, it irritates your eyes and your skin again. It depresses your nervous system. So it makes it so that your nerves aren't functioning at full capacity, and part of your nervous system is your brain. So we don't want our brain suppressed and functioning at low capacity. That impairs everything. This chemical will also damage your kidney and your liver. So we can find other ways of opening the drain than using such toxic things in our house. Okay? Furniture polishes. So many of the ingredients in the furniture polish are petroleum distillates. Again, it's crude oil. You know how the furniture polish has this little oily quality to it? It's from petroleum. It's highly inflammable. It can cause skin and lung cancer. Again, we can find other ways of polishing our wood and our furniture with natural plant-based oils, not cancer-causing petroleum oils. Also, what's in furniture polish is our phenols, and those are something we talked about when we talked about air fresheners, which are highly toxic compounds that pollute the air of your home. Nitrobenzene. This is another chemical in furniture polish. I'll spell it. It's Nitrobenzene. And when this is absorbed through your skin, then it's highly toxic to your body. So if you get the furniture polish on your skin, especially repeatedly, if you're housekeeping a lot or using a lot of polish on your furniture and you absorb this over time and distance, it doesn't do you favors. Okay. The next item on our list is mold and mildew cleaners. Okay, this is a doozy. Chemicals contained within these cleaners are sodium hypochlorite. It's a corrosive, irritating thing that burns your skin and your eyes. And it causes fluid in the lungs, which can lead to coma and death. So on a lot of these cleaners, you'll notice when you read the label, then there's that little symbol that says poison control or it's poisonous. And then it has the warning. It's like if you ingest this or even get skin contact on some of them, then call the poison control. So that alone tells you whatever's in that bottle is not something you want in your house, especially near your children. So if you've got mold or mildew that you need to take care of, there are plant-based things and compounds, cleaners that will get rid of the mold for you. Ask me what they are. I'm happy to share. Another thing in mold and mildew cleaner is our commonly found culprit, formaldehyde. Highly toxic, known to cause cancer, it embalms your body, makes it pickled. It's highly irritating to your eyes, throat, nose, skin, and formaldehyde causes nausea, headaches, nosebleed, dizziness, memory loss, and shortness of breath. So that is a doozy. Mold and mildew cleaner. There are ways of taking care of that without having formaldehyde in it. All right. The next one. This product is also loaded with highly strong fumes. It's oven cleaners. So if you've cleaned ovens before, just by spraying them down and smelling them, you can tell that it's just a very strong, noxious compound, and you can only imagine what this stuff does. So let's tell you. One of the major ingredients in oven cleaners is sodium hydroxide, or lye, L-Y-E. It's a cleaner. And this is highly caustic. It's irritating to the skin, as you may have experienced if you've used oven cleaners, and it burns both your skin and your eyes. It inhibits your reflexes, which by definition means that it is affecting your nervous system. Your reflexes, it's an effect of some of your sensory nerves, and so if they can't work right, then you have slow reflexes. It causes severe tissue damage if it's swallowed. So let's not swallow oven cleaner. Let's keep it away from your children so they don't swallow it. Again, for these heavy-duty cleaners like oven cleaners, stovetop cleaners, toilet bowl cleaners, you can use other compounds, even make it yourself things that are not going to be so damaging and irritating. Okay, carpet and upholstery shampoo. So whenever I've had the carpets shampooed in places where I've lived, you can just smell the stuff. And even like if you're in the stores where you obtain shampoos for carpet and upholstery, I mean, the off-gassing of these chemicals are so pervasive in stores and everything. And when they're in a concentrated area, you can just smell them, and they're just so irritating. So in your house, it's going to off-gas as well. Then you breathe in these fumes, and it's very detrimental to your body. Okay, so the formulas of chemicals in upholstery and carpet shampoos are designed to overpower the stain of the thing itself by using very highly toxic substances. And some of these I may have to spell out for you because they're long words. This one, perchlorotoluene. Butchered that word. Okay, I'll spell it. It's PERCHLORETYLENE. So what this compound is known carcinogen. Another one. There's so many of them. This compound damages your liver, kidney, and your nervous system. So when you're breathing the fumes in, especially if you are someone who uses shampoo, carpet and upholstery shampoos often for your work, then over time, then don't be surprised if you begin to develop issues with your nervous system, your liver, and your kidney, because your body's having a hard time breaking down these chemicals and eliminating it. Okay, the other thing in these carpet and upholstery shampoos is ammonium hydroxide. Again, ammonia-based compound. We've already talked about ammonia today and how very damaging it is. This is very corrosive. It's extremely irritating to your eyes, your skin, and your respiratory tract, your lung breathing apparatus. And for kids who are learning to crawl, little toddlers, you don't want them crawling around on upholstery and carpets that have been recently shampooed, because the fumes, the chemical residue of this stuff is going to get on them and irritate their skin and eyes and not be very good for your babies. All right, so let's protect ourselves. Okay, so the last one for today is toilet bowl cleaners. And again, a lot of these, they're heavier and stronger cleansers, and as such, then the ingredients in them have become quite corrosive and toxic, but I assure you we can do the cleaning necessary to these areas of our house without having them have such toxic, harmful chemicals. Okay, so one of the biggest things in toilet bowl cleaners is hydrochloric acid, which we talked about that in one of the other cleaners. So hydrochloric acid is very corrosive. It's very irritating to your skin, eyes, and damages your kidney and liver. So I don't know if when you've cleaned your toilet bowl, if the cleanser somehow got, splashed and sprayed onto your skin, and then you could feel immediately the irritation that happens because it's such a corrosive, dangerous chemical. Another thing that's in the toilet bowl cleaners is hypochlorite bleach. Again, chloride and bleach, two very corrosive, toxic things. You blend them together and you have a disaster. It's corrosive and it's very irritating and burning to your skin, your eyes, and your respiratory tract. So let's not breathe that stuff in. And it can cause pulmonary edema, again, swelling of your lung passageways, your breathing passageways. It can contribute to vomiting, coma, or coma if ingested. So again, keep this stuff away from your children. All right. So that was a laundry list of stuff today, wasn't it? But there are, so many things in here, so very detrimental to our skin. And it's just becoming aware, educating ourselves of what's in them so that we can make other choices. And that's the whole purpose of this video series. So I hope you enjoyed it, found it very educational, and brought awareness to you and started making you think and question, well, what else do I do? Well, I will finish up this video series with answering that question. So there's a couple more things in this, and then I will get to that video where I show you alternative solutions. So I'm not just leaving you hanging, okay? So stick with me through the end of this series and we will answer those questions. All right. So thank you so much for joining me again on this series, this journey through toxic laundry list of things that you don't want in your house, in your body, on your skin, stuff that makes you ill. So I'm Loralee Humpherys with Faces of Freedom, and till we talk again soon, enjoy your day. Thanks for joining me.